First, let's tackle the biggest news headline of the week. The Obama administration secretly organized an airlift of $400 million worth of cash to Iran that coincided with the January release of 4 Americans detained in Tehran. The $400 million was for a legal settlement that was over 3 decades old. Republicans are saying that the $400 million looks like a ransom payment for the Americans. However, the State Department spokesman said, quote, "It was a completely separate process. Though simultaneously done, the timing is all coincidental."
Of course.
But on the Fox Business Network, one of the American hostages released by Iran on that day says the plane they flew out on was held up for several hours, waiting for another plane to land first. When they asked the reason for the wait, they were told, quote, "We're waiting for another plane." They ended up sleeping at the airport and taking off at 10 a.m. the next day.
Did they get breakfast?
It doesn't say.
Oh.
Charles, do you think this was a ransom payment or a coincidence?
Well, as you know, it is the policy of this country never to negotiate with terrorists. And in looking at this, I'm reminded of that great geopolitical commentator, Groucho Marx, who once said very famously, "Who are you going to believe, your own eyes or me?" I choose to believe the State Department in the same spirit that I would have believed Groucho Marx. You know, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck and it flies like a duck, it's probably an under-the-table deal. No, seriously, you know, I'm sorry, but you know, we are ruled by people who are shameless. I remember some years ago, Bill Clinton was giving a speech somewhere while he was president, and even he had trouble believing what he was saying. So he said something like, "Yes, our future generations will thank us, and we'll build a better tomorrow," and blah 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 blah. And I thought, yes, 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 he's caught the essence of it all. No, I will pretend that I believe the State Department's version.
Okay.
All right. That's what I have to say. I pretend that I believe that. Frankly, as a very wise person said, if any other organization were doing this, you didn't know the names, you'd immediately think it was the mafia or one of the drug cartels. And I think, yeah, I don't really have much ahead of that. Yeah.
Obama kind of tackled this in a press conference he did yesterday, and there he said, quote, "The only bit of news is that we paid cash. The reason is because we couldn't send them a check and we couldn't wire the money. We don't have a banking relationship with Iran, which is part of the pressure we've applied on them." And to me, it's like he's bragging. He's like, "I'm so tough on Iran, I'm going to airlift them the money instead of to wire them the money."
You know, the whole thing, it's just, it's, you know, honestly, this is one of those cases where the facts speak for themselves. You know what, if he's proud of the whole deal, more power to him. What can you say, you know? If someone wins the Little Morons Prize, what can you say but congratulations, you know? That's wonderful, I guess.